In the forgotten slums of DayZ, there is a secret cave that no one knows about. A cave that would bring me the weirdest experience yet. Starting out as a solo, I had a dream to dominate this server and go for the largest bank of Chernarus. This bank would be stacked with the best loot and would be a challenging goal. But with the plan to hide in the hidden slums, my adventure took a massive turn, becoming one of my most successful adventures so far. Unfortunately, today using a lucky spawn was out of the equation because this server doesn't have one. Instead, you do spawn with a green keycard, which is a progression system from tier to tier. Oh, we got blessed with that. I decided to move on immediately inland and get the ball rolling. Right off the bat, I found looted crates and someone had already been here. Also a hidden stash that was already looted, but there was a vest and a helmet which was an upgrade from my previous one. I continued towards the blue keycard, but I didn't realize that I had accidentally dropped it when putting on the new vest. I continued, not knowing that I had lost the keycard, but this base that I just stumbled across was clunky. I don't have a hatchet unfortunately, but this base, look at this guys, like this is terrible. There's gaps everywhere, walls inside out. If I have a hatchet I can test this. At this point, I thought that it would be easy to go into a town and grab a hatchet from one of the sheds. But unfortunately, my luck was not there. I spent an hour looting the towns, all towns in the area, and ran into nothing. After acquiring a bunch of random loot, I finally made my way to Trader to go get that hatchet. Yes. Not this guy. I'm gonna go get this and run back right away. I ran into a lowered flag, raided base. I checked everywhere except for I guess this barn. Now I found it. Classic. It's supposed to be... Bruh. Why? Oh, finally. We did it. We're currently on the roof of the space. Now the question is, have they messed anything up? This is that window's inside out. Terrible, terrible building. There's walls inside out here. The roofs seem to be correctly built. First I'm trying to locate which part of the base I'm going to get into. I think this is a gap. Okay, there's a locker here which is locked. What is behind this wall? That's also blocked. So most likely their loot is below me in the main house. And so I have no way of getting in this base in the end. I was wrong, there is loot here. But I still cannot access that. That dude came out of nowhere, bro. Where are these people even coming from? What? I was forced to go back up the hill to grab my magazine that I had accidentally dropped. And I decided to move away from the blue keycard. After all, I didn't have a blue keycard anymore because I lost mine. But through looting these towns, I now had collected a bunch of nails, 2 hatchets, multiple saws, and basically all necessities for a base. And so I decided to go to the base location I had in mind, which was the long-lost slums. And these slums would be perfect, hiding away from all the big clans and being able to do my thing solo with no worry. And even though I had a long journey ahead, I was so ready. Yeah, no, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. I'm not dying to you, there's no way. That looks absolutely sick. Now, if you look over there, I think there is an issue with the render, but and besides the missing glitched floor, there is actually a huge cave below here, and I believe there's like a sewer system, and this slum is absolutely sick, so we're gonna make the maximum of it, and hopefully no one is built up here, because this does look like a very interesting location. I don't think this water is part of it. I think it's just only the sewer system underground here, but look at this, man. And the coolest thing I've seen about this whole location is definitely this secret entrance. And this is absolutely sick, by the way, guys. Look at this. You've got a cave over here. And then there's, I believe, a lot more secrets to this cave. But I think main thing, we've got to block off this door. We've got to make sure that there is no other ways. I mean, it looks like there's something up there. That's definitely an entrance. So we've got to cover those two up. This one is higher up, so this is another entrance to the system. And there's a secret entrance, and there might be more. Let's get building, because we have a lot of stuff to lose right now. Or at least, not the best gear, but base building gear that we don't want to lose right now. Alright, we seem to have a small issue here, and that's that apparently there is already a flag within 200 meters of the zone. Which means that not only is someone, or 300 meters of the zone, not only is there someone close, but there could be someone like 300 meters away, so we're gonna have to check different parts of the cave. And possibly neighbors or someone already built up in these slums. But I can only really, on the map, I can only really think of one house, which is up the hill. So we should definitely check that. It doesn't look like there's any houses in the slums themselves, so maybe up the hill makes more sense. But there's only one house within, I think it's a 300 meter radius, which is a lot, to be honest. It should probably be less. See, up the hill there's a flagpole here, which is quite far. There's a gate over there. Locked. Oh my god! That was a jump scare and a half. I did not see that coming at all. I don't think I've ever been jump scared that bad from DayZ. That was terrible. That was absolutely terrible. What? What does this guy even have on him? We up. We so up. We so up. There's actually no way. There's no way you have that on you. There's no way you have your boom on you, your nails on. There's absolutely... There is no... And there's a 338. That guy must have loaded in. I don't see any other reality. Like, he must have just loaded in. That's why it lagged so hard. Because he loaded into the server as I was there. And for some reason, he was outside of his base. Gonna quickly message an admin, make a ticket, and see if they will allow me to build in this place or not. Because otherwise I will move on. But this looks like such a sick place. This is such a... Oh, I just glitched that bag out, didn't I? utilized all the nails that I currently had and even fortified this shed with the idea to use this as a loot room. With a limit of only 1 code lock, I had no other choice but to leave the base for now. I had the intention to build an airlock system around the edge here in the cave, and I wanted to implement this in a way where I would have a good defense as a solo, even if a big clan decided to come my way. We have loads of nails, so nails is never, like, we don't really care about nails, we care only about code locks. I think that these nails, to be honest, if we build our base structurally, logically, if we build a normal base and we don't waste materials efficient enough, then we won't have the issue of nails. Because if we build airlock, and then, you know, we add a second window there, we only use like 5, 6, or 7 blocks of nails, maybe 8 maximum. And then we have the whole base infrastructure in place. I don't know what the door limit is, I believe it's 10. So 10 airlocks is not, I don't think we need that many boxes of nails. Besides the point, I'm thinking of going up to the mountain right now because I just had to make some dinner because I can't starve. And I'm going to quickly check if anything happened up the mountain because I'm assuming our guy that we killed, our friend, is not going to be very happy about it. I had the feeling that the one door was going to be raidable, but look at this. In just a few hours of playtime, my guy has expanded his base. The shit he must have had in there. Expand his base that rapid. I completely missed that opportunity, by the way, guys, because he was a 1-door base or a 2-door base. So he technically gave me the resources to raid him. Now, if I look there, is that a floor? What am I seeing there? Oh! Oh, you're a You're not very smart, my guy. That's a floor. Do you see that difference? This is a roof, this is a floor. So that means we can dismantle in that bit. I don't want to take chances considering that if he's going to upgrade like that again. Oh, his windows are open. Oh. Why are your windows open? Makes sense, of course. I don't know if these windows are these windows boostable? I don't think they are. They might be. He has 21 panels. He has 6 crates, 2 safes, 5 house storage. He has quite a bit of storage in there. Quite a bit of storage. Might be worth raiding. So again, another error by him. He left his closet in front of the window. And there's code locks, and there's logs, and there's a backpack, and a tier 4 set. Which isn't the smartest concept, but I'll take it. I'll happily take your logs. That will save me a lot of time. Thank you very much. Don't mind if I do here. Don't do it. This guy's getting robbed. This guy's been grinding for this stuff. Like, especially these logs. Like, we've just blocked him from progressing again. We've blocked him from progressing again. That's brutal. That's so brutal. We're gonna see if he's raidable of our one homemade C4 that we got from him. Well, the homemade's the only finished C4 that he had, so hopefully it'll be enough with the dismantle to raid his base. We'll see. We really need the storage, though. We really need the storage, so we're gonna return there to grab all that storage. All right, we've even robbed extra code locks, extra key cards. We've even robbed this blue key. We don't really need the blue key because blue key is way below our progression at the moment. We still rob this guy. And I need the storage, so I'm gonna go back. And the fact that he's been upgrading his base the last 2 hours makes me think that he is probably not only active on the server, but also maybe coming back to his base at some point in the near future. I love how this area has this nice hill, because we get to overlook real quick what's going on inside the base. I can't see. Wait, does he have is that a door? The main thing I want to see here is that if he has a door there. Okay, so he has a door there. What I can't see is if he has a door here. Let's set up a staircase, actually, so I can fill up. Can I do that there? I mean, I probably can. I even robbed some extra planks. I mean, what am I such a... I'm such a nice guy, aren't I? I quickly built up a second airlock with the idea that if he decided to raid me back and he had one C4, now he needed two. And in case of a counter raid, this could be an issue. But for now, I just had to make sure a counter raid wasn't in the options, or at least harder to do, as I wanted to raid him first. Ladies and gentlemen, okay, so I put down, built up, well, more or less put down all my loot here in this locker over here, and I plan on utilizing this area as the final loot room, and we can even expand out to the outside of this box if we really wished. Already this cave is just sick. I brought my crowbar now, so I'm gonna go take my crowbar up to that base, and well, first we're gonna have to check if he's home again, but I'm also gonna dismantle that floor and see where it gets us. And if I do see a way, if it's a one door, I will raid him, because I really don't see a reason why not at this point. And the fact that he immediately upgraded after he realized he lost his homemade, and he realized his base was probably a one door, like, that definitely tells me he's hiding something valuable in there, or at least something of value has to be defended there. Okay, so I can see it clearly now. There is a door there, and it's very clearly there's one door there, and it's probably locked. There's a wall there. A car in there. We could take that car, actually. I don't see anything at the moment that's too crazy. We can definitely dismantle ourselves out, and then we can get the car. I don't think we can dismantle gates here, but if that car is not locked. He's been active though, is it like that on the ground? Sleeping bag there. I could shoot that sleeping bag if I wanted to. I hope it is unlocked, that would be great. Okay, no, we don't get that lucky, I guess. I think I should just raid it at this point. I think I should just send it and pray. When he had a decent amount of code locks, he might... I'm assuming he has a loot room. He's been playing... We'll get a car from it, probably. We should do it, no? We should just raid him. We'll get a car from it. It's gonna be worth the... We can actually... Can we push this car? I wonder if we can push the car down the hill, because I can dismantle his floor. We can also push the car in front of the door for now. Just that, like, if he's in base, we can block him from coming out when we hatch it out. Well, that was... I don't even want to say unexpected, because it really wasn't unexpected. I did expect him to come at some point. He did go out looting, and he did find some useful stuff. And I'm sorry, my friend, but I'm taking it all. I've decided again to do the floor, because it's the easiest way to get in and out without anyone seeing it. It's kind of dark right now, which is maybe in my favor. We should also add a second window to the airlock system here, to the quick exit. Because in case he does decide to camp our door, I mean, he might not know we live in this cave, but once he does, he's going to camp this all day. And this is the good sleeping bag as well, so now we have a permanent sleeping bag in base, which is perfect. I'm just going to send it. I'm just going to raid him at this point, grab the boom, and send it. At this point, I have no reason not to. It's a wonder base. go check up these trees, because if you want to overlook that base, you kind of have to be up these trees. Like this, for example. Make sure there's not a third, actually. These footsteps on my right side sound like they're outside. But I just checked outside and there was no one, so either he just snuck up, or it's inside the house, because I do hear wood as well. Is that inside or outside the house? He's jumping up. It must be inside the house. No, it must be outside the house if he's jumping up. There's a guy right here. This feels so weird to play against. I mean, it's a team for sure, but... It's great, he's shivering in there, so I know he's in there. Hello? Hello? Okay. So we killed both guys, one up the hill, one inside base, and both sleep mags are destroyed. It looks like we have everything, no? It looks like let's pack these up. Let's make sure they cannot spawn on these bags, because this could be an issue if they do spawn back. The storage is code locked. We've got stuff here. So far, nothing insane. Batteries. Locked as well. Okay, medical is great, but so far, nothing insane, really. There we go, that's what I was looking for, the boom. They probably have more boom logged off, if I'm honest. Because they probably saw this raid coming, but I'll take it. We got more back than one homemade's worth, and we raided them successfully, so... I don't see a car key, unfortunately. I was hoping I'd get a car key, but maybe they're logged off for that as well. I'm pretty sure this was a duo. 2 sleeping bags in the base. This duo got screwed over so hard. It's bizarre. They started off with... I feel like he loaded in, because I feel like when I killed him the first time, outside his base, he lagged around like that. I think he lagged around like that because he loaded into the server. But we both lagged, so like, you know... The lag could have easily gone the other way around and he would have had the advantage of the lag, but I guess in this situation I had the advantage. And man, oh man, I mean, we've just yoinked it back, so it's definitely profit. We've got the 2 raid stalls. Now, for now, I'm thinking about, do I want to use those raid stalls on their storage? Because I already have their boom crate. I already have their, look, I already have your explosives. I think I'm gonna try and approach from the roof. Okay. Didn't realize there was another camping bag here, so I guess it was a trio after all. Could have been bad. Could have been very bad. Oh, we've got key cards and keys, and the raid saw is not even damaged. We got nails and coke locks, key coins. I guess this was their valuables crate with all their key cards. That's great. That's perfect actually. And that's though these I don't know if those are the car keys, but those are car keys. We got black key for crate, Solano Gorse. That's great. I do wonder. Can I push this car down the hill? Because if I remove this floor and I push it, technically it can roll down the hill. There we go. And then if it rolls down the hill, we can hack it later on. And so we can steal it without driving it. I push that there. There we go. That works. Perfect. I think, does it get stuck on the fence? I mean, this would be perfect now. Make sure no one's here. I think we can push this down the hill in a way. That would be so... I don't think it will work actually from this angle. I think this is as far as it's gonna get. But the idea of that is amazing. That's... If we can get that car all the way down to the slums. We just pile it up with the rest of the slum pile trash. That's crazy. The poor guy, man. The poor guy. He did nothing wrong per se. Except for he lived next to me before I was here. And now all of his whole base is gone, or their whole base is gone, because it was a duo or trio, I guess. We have used our materials to build a decent looking airlock. I want to utilize more of the cave and I'm hoping to in the end get a better view, but we have 2 side windows now which is better because if someone decides to camp us, then we can easily defend and at least not lose the base. But we have a lot of cave to use, and honestly this airlock system, I kind of removed the whole peaking that we had first, but I added some new peaks, and it's kind of tricky. But if you stand up here, you have a lot of room to work with as a solo, because you don't have the hard challenge, you can just get the sneaky peaks at people. And although we couldn't get feed peaks and all this crazy stuff, we can get these angles, and we can defend our base in a more secure way, where we don't fully throw ourselves at the enemy, but where we do show a little bit of ourselves to be able to fight back. I did find out that these camping bags, you can place multiple of them, but I don't think that they stay. I think they despawn, so I don't think we should trust them. For now, we do have a sleeping bag though, so we can definitely use that. We can also give a big thanks to our neighbor who gave us, well, didn't give us, well, we got all these keys from them, including a red key, a black key, which I don't even know if that's good. We got the purple key cards, which are, I believe, tier 4 or tier 3 of the tier system, and up to the red card you get a pretty sick gear set. So I believe that if we try and do purple now and then we progress to red, we can get the best gear of the server, or at least work towards it, because ultimately if you get the red card opened, then we finally get access to potential chance of getting the bank card. And the bank card is the massive bank that I showed you guys at the beginning of the video. This is the ultimate goal for me to reach, and this bank is massive. So hopefully we can go ahead and raid this bank, but it will be with a server notification. And honestly, we need to get lucky with the red card, and we need to get the angle grinders that attack those safes that they have. So it's going to be a little bit tricky to be able to get to that point. But let's first at least get this bank card and angle grinders, and then we can look at how we're going to do the bank. The airfield run took longer than I expected, but I was able to go ahead and enter the facility or bunker, whatever you would like to call it, that had this purple keycard inside. There was this weird looking maze, but eventually I did find the keycard and managed to open it. We got a red card. We got 2 boxes of nails, that's huge. 2 boxes of nails and the red card. That's all we need, really. That is all we need. This crate, trash. This is trash, but it doesn't matter. We got what we need. My plan was simple and straightforward. Continue this string of going for every keycard, and this time I was going for the red keycard with a gas mask, because this keycard was inside the toxic zone, and the only way to get through this next level was to go inside the toxic zone and get it. Alright guys, I've been doing a 20-minute run besides the map here, on the edge of the map all the way to Tizzy, and the idea is that this way I can basically AFK run to Tizzy without dying, and so far it has worked. So this is the massive zone in Tizzy with this huge dome on it, and I believe somewhere inside this bunker system will be the keycard, so we're gonna have to go and figure out where it is exactly. Bank card. We already got the bank card, we got so lucky. Mjolnir, 338, tier 5 helmet. This is huge. I'm not sticking around for any longer, I'm getting the hell out of here. Let's hope I'm not being camped, but I should be okay here. At this point, I had collected quite the amount of raid tools. Unfortunately, raid weekend was ending tonight, so getting a raid done before this time was highly unlikely. But for the next raid weekend, I had my boom stacked up and I would be ready to do a raid when necessary. And if I had another week to collect loot and I was as lucky as I've been in the past 24 hours, I would take on the entire server. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. First, I met up with my teammate who is my real life friend and he was going to at least help me out complete this bank quest. Because doing the bank alone is a death sentence. You have to not only open the bank door, get an announcement for the whole server and fight off all other people. No, you also have to saw a safe. And doing this alone is practically impossible because if you get pushed while you're in the angle grinding process, you are guaranteed to die. But for now I decided to go and buy a car because we had to get a car to move around the map faster. After all, we still needed these angle grinders and my friend would help out getting these. We realized that the angle grinder may be an event only item that we had to obtain by fighting people, and therefore we decided to go to these events and fight for them. Already shots on the hack crate. We were fully aware that this server had a lot of campers, a lot of people who enjoyed sitting in the bush and waiting for an hour to even loot the crate. So we realized we had to play it slow. Ik zie iemand. Ah, ik heb gemist. Hij stond stil, bro.
We kunnen naar die power grid building. En vanaf daar linksom.
Deze bunkers, zeg maar. En dan eromheen. Ik weet een hand is. Hier iemand daar. Op de roof van die building. Maar dat is niet dezelfde gast, dat is een andere gast.
Ik ben meer bang voor de witte gilly. Hij piekt ook niet meer daarboven. Het kind volgens mij hier zit. Ik dacht dat ik iets zag bewegen in de bosjes. Ik zweer het je.
Hier als in.
Rechts van ons, rechts van ons. In die treeline.
Ja, ik zag ook wat. Volgens mij hier. Ja, ik zie hem. Hij rent weg. Dat is dat kind. Hij rent richting noord, zeg maar, richting Bars toe. Nou, deze man. Hier een trick voor me. Iets goeds of niet?
De ruimte een ACR heb ik even gepakt van zijn body.
Die gilly gaat ons probleem zijn, denk ik.
Ja, daar ben ik ook bang van.
Hé, mannetje die building, dezelfde locatie, boven die building.
Oh ja, bovenop, ik zie hem. Headshot.
Hij is dood, ja. Dat is die gilly man,
Hij was aan het aimen op iemand,
Ik weet niet waar hij naar keek. Er zit iemand. Echt dood. Ik heb wel een hele goede angle op die hackrate, moet ik zeggen. Oké, ik word aardig gesprayed. ATC volgens mij, man.
Zou ik anders gewoon omhoog gaan op glassbuilding?
Nee, dat deed ik, maar daar stond ik en ik werd gewoon gevolsprayed. Hey, op de bunker, op de bunker. Ik ben frozen. Het is frozen. Die is dood dan. We shortly pushed into the tree line and I had the idea that if we cleared all the trees in this tree line, we could loot that body on the bunker safely. But this is how you know this server is full of rats, because even after cleaning this entire tree line and making sure there was no one here, there was still someone there.
Gilly! Daar, ik heb hem gehit.
Ja.
Hij is daar.
Mag niet healen of zo.
Hij is dood, hij is dood, hij is dood.
Hij heeft dood, oké.
Dus Gilly gaf te veel licht.
We looted the last guy as well, and at this point we left with backpacks full of vests because these people also had multiple gear sets on them, and we didn't even have enough space to carry at all. Too much gear, and honestly this was such a win. But there was no angle grinder in sight, and so I resorted to one other option. I started asking around in the general chats in Discord and to people I knew on this server how to get the angle grinders, and it turned out you had to enter this operations. Inside the Tarkov-like operations, you have to open the hacked crate and get this loot safely out of there. But for these operations, you need these special tickets, and honestly, to get my friend to have a ticket, we had to do the progression system from the keycards again to get lucky. So I took him to the purple card, where things escalated. Ik had niet verwacht dat er ook gelijk weer een airdrop bij komt kijken, maar oké. Niet op de tower, toch?
Loopt hier iemand boven? Eén keer gehit, hij zit hierachter.
Ja. Push.
Ik ook.
Boven op de steen, boven op de rock, boven op de rock. Now that we both had a red operation ticket, we could go into operations level 3. And these operations would be the best level, and I'm sure that if the angle grinder is in a crate, it would have to be at least in the best grade of operations. So we took the car and drove all the way over to operations, but forgot one important thing. Oh, het is night vision. Heb jij night vision?
Nee.
Of hoort dit?
Roep het achterna gezeten door een of andere Grey Monster! Ik ben doodgeschoten door een of andere bro, maar dit is niet. Ah bro.
We took our first major L. I hadn't even died in the entire adventure, and our mistake, fatal mistake, not to take night vision into the operations, would cost us not only our gear set, but our main ticket to do this bank. But it was nowhere near over. We still had our options, and first we decided to see if we could get that level 3 ticket from events. So we went for some airdrops, killed a few people, and had some successful kills. But nothing gave us the tickets that we wanted. We did, however, get level 2 tickets, which give you access to the level 2 operation instead of 3. And we said there's no reason not to try and see if this would get us the better gear. And the angle grinder.
Nee. Hier als je het leest. Als je op dat ding leest.
Requirements, level 2 ticket, night vision, survival skills, death wish, no fear.
Lego.
Hé, er is hier gewoon een monster.
Ja.
Wat is dit?
Ja bro, ik word gegangbanged door dat grote monster. Met een duivel zit hier bro. Hé, hier is hier al geloot zit.
Ik loop kom richting jou.
Hé, mannetje mij dood?
Dood, oké, ja.
Dat monster wil niet dood.
Kan doodvallen. Je hebt ook een bodybag. Echt great. Ik ben erop. Ik ben op de map gekomen. Angle grinder, C4 stick, 100k, grenade, homemade C4, 338. Hier is exit. Waar ben ik?
Ja.
Boom. Raid saw. SRS desert tag. We made it back to base safely, and then even after, the black market moved close to our base and we decided to go there as well. We had 1 million collectibles to sell, and therefore we would make a lot of money that we could then invest later into raid tools or other things like ammo. And again, we made it back safely. This time, we had the angle grinder and the ammo. So at this point, there was only one logical goal. Opening, finally, that bank. But on the way there, the story took a twist, because other people already opened the bank card. We were late.
Ja, is goed. Trade. Nog niet.
Je compound inpushen dan maar. Ik denk ik valt over de achterste muur heen, man.
Goed is goed.
Oh, waar is dat?
Meer
mannetje-
noord, meer noord.
Hey! Hij is dood. Maar dat is een andere guy.
Oké, kom naar jou, kom naar jou, kom naar jou.
SA58, 338 heeft hij.
Buiten lopen kinderen, buiten lopen kinderen, buiten lopen kinderen. Ik pak hier deze gast een speer. Hij is wel deels geloot al, hij heeft een angle grinder.
Je hebt hier 5 set heb ik aan.
Deze gast had een fix. Die
Maar die
5.
buiten die gast als in buiten de compound.
Ja, die liep er net.
Niet.
Zit iemand in? Zit iemand in?
In de bank.
Ja. 1 keer git. Hij is naar binnen gerend. Hij zit hier links ergens van.
Hierboven zit dat randje dat je zijraampjes kan holden. Ja, hij zit daar ook. Hij zit hier. Hierboven.
Ja, ik zag het. Ik zie het. Oh, we zitten niet. Hij rent nu naar rechts. Hij zit hierboven. Twee keer hit.
Ik ga er, kom achteraan.
Als ik meer kogels had, was hij dood geweest.
Bro, wat? Die railing heeft alles getankt. Je kan niet onder de railing doorschieten, maar je kan er niet onder doorschieten. We made a fatal mistake, not realizing that this railing would tank bullets and would make sure this guy didn't get hit. But the guy survived, and unfortunately, after my friend killed him, his friend rocked up and ruined the fun. And to make matters worse, probably the worst thing that happened overall is that they found our stash. I don't know how they found this random stash in the middle of the forest, but when I came back, it wasn't there anymore. But our failed attempt at this bank wasn't gonna be the end for me. On the contrary, it was the start of something much greater. Another level of loot, another level of gear I never thought we would achieve. And to make that shift, to make that change, I stacked up on raid tools. I went to the black market and bought all the raid tool parts we would possibly need to finish all of our raid tools. It took me 2 runs and verification of having all the parts, but in the end, I had everything we needed to get raiding. And raid weekend would start tomorrow. The great thing here is, guys, that we have raid tools now set. I think that we could definitely scrape up more raid tools, but we have at least 9 homemade and at least 7 heavies already. And a multitude of raid saws. We have lockpicks, I mean, and everything we would need essentially. The trick is, so my friend's just taking me here because apparently we have a neighbor base that's extremely close to ours that we haven't even checked out yet. So these guys could be a team that we've been fighting often, but we don't even know that they're there. And, oh, there's also a rock bridge over here, so we're gonna go check these guys out and maybe raid them, because maybe these could be the gateway to us getting the rest of the raid tools that we need to take on the big guys. And then, if we take out the big guys, maybe we can finally be successful in the bank. And these guys, I mean, they have an interesting pace.
Als ik zo zit...
Okay, raid is flagpole. Hier, item restrictions. 6 crates, 3 safes, 8 lockers, 3 gun racks, 2 gun walls. Now, unfortunately, in this base, we couldn't find any obvious mistakes, but we tried to boost up on the roof with some bags. And once we had access to this flagpole, we could basically see that they had 5 doors and had loads of storage. So we decided to take the gamble. Audi, BMW.
Of die waggies locked zijn of niet?
We hebben ook gewoon een lockpick. Hey, die is gewoon niet locked. Audi, niet locked. Kijk. 350k. En de car keys van de BMW zitten hierin. De car keys van de BMW zitten ook in deze auto.
Nou, die BMW is ook gewoon open.
Hier, de car key van de BMW. Wat is er in de BMW?
Carage.
De BMW heeft ook gewoon shit in. Allemaal storage,
338,
paint workbench, tier 5 helmet. Ze hebben een 338 en een tier 5 helmet in een auto zitten voor de fun.
Ja, we rijden die waggies, ze rijden gelijk naar onze base toe zitten.
Ja, eens.
Vet in die car.
Niemand hier? What the fuck is dit? Ze hebben ook gewoon die code die Windows niet gebaard. Weet je hoeveel storage hier staat trouwens?
Ja, homemade. Homemade MCX Spear, M249.
Yes, man, great saw.
Deze is verloaded ook weer.
20 UPG coins. Lekker terug. Nails. Nog een tier 5 helmet als je wil. Nee, oh, hier nog meer C4 bro.
Nog meer C4 shit.
Purple card, nog een tier 5 helmet.
Hou die medium safe zit.
Medium safe. Homemade heavy bank card. Nah. Ik heb niet eens ruimte hiervoor bro. This base, by the way, guys, was probably the perfect outcome for what we needed. It's an extra stack of ammo, an extra stack of raid tools, an extra stack of basically all the supplies that we would need. That we would ever need to make a raid happen. I mean, we are ready. We are ready to go to the next level. We need to get some tier 5 vests. We need to upgrade to these M200 tier 5s. We can be there soon. Iemand is al eerder geweest, hij is al gewoon gereed. We zijn te laat.
Is dit?
It turned out that the base we had in mind to raid was already raided by someone else. And although there was even an upgrade to tier 5 loot and a lot of other stuff laying around in this base, we didn't get the full loot. And eventually, after filling up our bags, we decided to leave this base alone. But this is why I'm telling you this. Not because a failed raid matters, but because I decided to dismantle my way out of this base. Because I didn't want to walk up the stairs again and walk down just to get out. So I dismantled this wall. And with pure luck, we found something.
Sam act like Hitler.
Sam act like Hitler. Hey. Get loot room. Hey, AX MK3 PKM 338.
AR-50 Beowulf. RPK. Deze gun is wel goed, man.
Ja, ik ken de hidden room.
Hidden room.
338 zo gemaakt. En wat is dit?
Hey!
Check die back!
Wat is de back?
Die back staat
What the hidden room. Hidden room potential. Grootste illegal base ooit, maar ja, boeien. Finally, the upgrade to tier 5 that we'd all been waiting for. Alongside M200s and a bunch of other C4, tier 3 materials to build extra doors and more. So instead of raiding it with our own C4, we got a bunch of C4 for free. And we took our own C4 right back to base. But even though we were now upgraded and rich, and with an extra few steps, we could be the richest clan on the server if we kept this going. But I did not forget my goal. I did not forget my initial goal as a solo. Now that my team had expanded, our gear had grown to an all-time high, and we were now running tier 5 armor, we still did not successfully complete the bank and win the fight. And now with superior gear, it's about time. About time we finally do it.
Wat een duur trek. Er zijn er nog 2 boven, man.
Healing items, OP stims, box grenade.
Holy fuck.
Next one.
Een Ivoni.
Ivoli's M249. Dat gaat erop. Dat is volgens mij hoe het werkt.
Ja, Allah. Hij gaat daar landen, bro.
Ze hebben tier 5 al pitten, maar hij is even weg. Oh. Niet op ons, toch? Wat gaan we doen? Parkeerplaats op?
Ja. Rechtsom, rechtsom, rechtsom.
Ja?
Jij hebt die hele UAV's, man.
Ik denk ja.
Voor ons. Echt 2 meter.
Ja?
Hij loopt die trees hier,
Ja,
rent
ik
hij.
zag hem net, ja.
Hij rent daar.
Zie je hem?
Hij lekt hard op.
Ja. Ja, ik zie hem nog steeds, ping. Daar.
Ik zie hem hiervoor.
Hit. Dood.
Ja, ik heb hem. Hij ligt hier.
Oké. S58, JTAC, M200, backpack. Dit voor vest, tier 5. Hij is gefull loot.
Ik denk dat die heli zijn teammate was.
Ja.
Oké.
And over the course of the next couple of days, we became the richest clan in the entire server. Starting all in that one cave with that one neighbor.